Lita, born Amy Christine Dumas on April 14, 1975, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, is a retired professional wrestler, actress, and musician. She gained widespread fame for her work in World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, where she became one of the most influential and popular female wrestlers in the company's history. Early life. Amy Dumas grew up in the South, attending Salem High School in Virginia, where she showed an interest in sports, including soccer. She was drawn to the world of professional wrestling at an early age, influenced by her love for rock music and alternative culture. Lita was especially inspired by the Attitude Era of wrestling, a time when characters were edgy, larger-than-life, and defied the conventions of the past. Wrestling career beginnings. Dumas' wrestling journey began when she trained at the Japan-based All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling, AJW, and later honed her skills in Mexico, where she was trained by luchadors and learned the art of high-flying moves. She debuted in the ring under the name Angelica in the mid-90s, but didn't find her breakout success until she joined the WWE, then WWF, in 1999. WWE, WWF career. Lita made her WWE debut in 1999 as part of the Team Extreme, alongside the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, a group known for their daredevil stunts and high-risk moves. Lita stood out as a dynamic performer with incredible agility, athleticism, and a unique style. As a member of Team Extreme, Lita performed dangerous high-flying moves, including the moonsault, and became one of the most popular female wrestlers of the era. In 2000, she was involved in a high-profile storyline with Trish Stratus, leading to one of the most iconic feuds in WWE history. Over the next several years, Lita's fame skyrocketed, and she became the WWE Women's Champion in 2001. Her matches were often a highlight of the shows, and she was praised for her in-ring ability, something rare for female wrestlers at the time. Lita's legacy in WWE. Lita's impact on the WWE Women's division cannot be overstated. She was a key part of the early Divas era, a time when women were expected to be more about looks than athleticism. Lita, along with other women like Trish Stratus and Jacqueline, helped change the perception of female wrestlers and paved the way for the women's revolution in WWE. Her rivalry with Trish Stratus is widely regarded as one of the best female feuds in WWE history, and their matches at events like WrestleMania helped elevate the women's division to new heights. Lita's combination of wrestling skills and her ability to evoke intense emotions from the fans made her a beloved figure in WWE. Personal life and musical interests. Outside of wrestling, Lita has always had a passion for music. She is an accomplished musician and played in a punk rock band called the Luchadors, where she was the lead vocalist. The band released a self-titled album in 2007, reflecting her love for punk rock and alternative music, which had been a part of her identity since her youth. Lita has also been involved in charity work, supporting various causes related to animal rights, breast cancer awareness, and anti-bullying initiatives. She is a lifelong animal rights advocate and has used her platform to raise awareness on important social issues. Retirement and post-wrestling career. Lita retired from active wrestling in 2006 after a series of injuries, notably a neck injury that had plagued her for years. Despite her retirement, she occasionally made appearances for WWE, including as a guest commentator and special enforcer for matches. She also appeared in several WWE storylines over the years, including a 2014 return to the ring to help the Divas in their battle against the Bellas. In 2014, Lita was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, cementing her legacy as one of the all-time greats in women's wrestling. She was praised for her groundbreaking career and her efforts to make the women's division just as exciting and respected as the men's. Since her retirement, Lita has kept a relatively low profile in the public eye, but she has appeared on WWE programming occasionally. She has also worked as a producer, mentor, and trainer for the next generation of wrestlers. In-ring return. In 2022, Lita made a surprise return to WWE, where she teamed up with Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus in a 6-woman tag team match at the WrestleMania 38. Fans were excited to see her back in action, and her appearance helped ignite a wave of nostalgia. Championships and accomplishments. WWE Women's Championship. 4 times, Lita is a 4-time WWE Women's Champion. WWE Hardcore Championship. 1 time, Lita became the first woman to win the Hardcore Championship. WWE Hall of Fame inductee. 2014, Lita was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in recognition of her tremendous contributions to the wrestling world. Personal interests. Lita is known to have a deep love for animals, specifically rescue dogs, and has often used her platform to promote animal adoption. She is also an advocate for mental health awareness and uses her platform to encourage self-care and mental well-being. She has often expressed a desire to keep a low profile, enjoying life outside the public eye after years of the intense spotlight. However, her legacy in the wrestling world continues to influence a new generation of female athletes. Conclusion: Lita's career and influence extend beyond her achievements inside the ring. She was a trailblazer for women in professional wrestling, helping to shift the culture of the WWE and inspiring generations of female wrestlers to come. From her high-flying moves to her hardcore matches, Lita's legacy is one of breaking barriers and changing the landscape of women's wrestling forever. Influence on the women's revolution in WWE. Lita's contributions to wrestling extend far beyond her in-ring abilities. While she was already a trailblazer for women's wrestling during her active career, her impact continued to shape the future of women in the WWE long after her retirement. She, alongside Trish Stratus, Jacqueline, Mickie James, and other female wrestlers, played a pivotal role in what is now called the women's revolution in WWE. The Divas era was often criticized for its emphasis on appearance over athleticism, but Lita's rebellious attitude, wrestling ability, and defiance of traditional norms made her stand out. She was one of the first to show that women could be just as talented and capable as men, especially when it came to high-impact wrestling and storytelling. Lita's rivalry with Trish Stratus, culminating in their main event match at WWE Unforgiven 2004, remains one of the defining moments in the early evolution of women's wrestling in WWE. While the WWE Women's Division was still very much centered around the diva concept, their match and their feud laid the groundwork for future generations of female wrestlers who would redefine what it meant to be a woman in WWE. The legacy of the Lita effect. Lita's return in 2022 was a reminder of her profound influence on the wrestling industry. Fans, both old and new, flocked to social media to express their admiration for her impact. She was an inspiration for many of the current stars in WWE, including Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and Bayley, who all cite Lita as a key influence in their own wrestling journeys. In 2021, WWE's Women's Evolution would see women headlining major events like WrestleMania 35 for the first time ever, but the groundwork for these advances was laid by pioneers like Lita, Trish Stratus, Chyna, and Jacqueline. Lita's contributions helped to demonstrate that women in WWE could be more than eye candy. They could be athletic, skilled, and capable of drawing crowds just as effectively as their male counterparts. Appearances in other media. Outside of wrestling, Lita made appearances in other media, further solidifying her pop culture status. She had a brief acting career, appearing on shows like Dark Angel and in WWE's Attitude Era video games. Her persona also appeared in various WWE video games, where she continued to be a popular character for gamers, symbolizing the powerful shift of women in gaming and wrestling. Lita was also a subject of documentaries and interviews exploring the history of WWE and women's wrestling. She has often spoken openly about her experience in the industry, highlighting the challenges women faced during the Divas era and how their hard work helped spark the shift toward greater respect and opportunity for women in wrestling. Personal life after wrestling. After retiring from in-ring action, Lita took time to focus on personal interests, including her music career. She has been a vocal advocate for animal rights and has worked closely with various animal rescue organizations. She often shares stories and photos of her adopted dogs and speaks about the importance of animal welfare. Additionally, Lita has expressed a desire to help the next generation of wrestlers. Though she retired, she's worked as a mentor for newer talent, passing on her knowledge and experience to help shape the future of WWE. Her work with young wrestlers aligns with her desire to improve the industry, especially for women, who continue to gain more visibility and respect in professional wrestling. Fun facts. Nickname. Lita's fans often call her the original diva or the Queen of Extreme due to her fearlessness in the ring and her willingness to take on high-risk moves that made her stand out. Tattoo collection. Lita is known for her extensive collection of tattoos. She has often stated that tattoos are a form of self-expression, and each one holds a personal meaning for her. Hardcore match. Lita was involved in several hardcore matches where she displayed her ability to take and dish out punishment. She became one of the few women to participate in matches that were traditionally dominated by men, including ladder matches and extreme hardcore contests. WWE's first female hardcore champion. In 2001, Lita became the first woman to win the WWE Hardcore Championship, a title that was usually associated with brutal, no-holds-barred matches. This further demonstrated her willingness to break barriers in the industry. Key matches and moments. WrestleMania X7. 2001 Lita and the Hardy Boys faced Right to Censor in a six-person intergender tag team match. It was a pivotal moment in Lita's career, as it showcased her ability to perform alongside top male wrestlers in an action-packed match. Unforgiven 2004 Lita vs. Trish Stratus. One of Lita's most memorable matches was her rivalry with Trish Stratus, which culminated in a WWE Women's Championship match at Unforgiven. Their match was a groundbreaking moment for the women's division and set the tone for future women's championship bouts. WWE Hall of Fame induction. 2014 Lita's induction into the WWE Hall of Fame was a fitting acknowledgement of her career, and it was a moment that celebrated everything she had contributed to the business. The ceremony honored her legacy as one of the best female performers to ever step foot in a WWE ring. Final thoughts. Lita's journey through the world of professional wrestling is a testament to hard work, resilience, and the ability to challenge the status quo. Not only did she break down barriers for women in the wrestling industry, but she did so while making a lasting impact on the WWE and the sports entertainment world at large. Her career helped shift the perception of female wrestlers and laid the foundation for the modern-day women's division we see today, where female athletes are given the platform to showcase their skills at the highest level. Lita's legacy will live on for generations to come, as a pioneer, a champion, and a true trailblazer who defined what it meant to be a female superstar in a male-dominated industry. Whether it's through her in-ring work, her advocacy, or her mentorship of the next generation, Lita continues to inspire and influence both fans and wrestlers alike.